Indiana Jones. It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. Indiana Jones Minute.
Welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute, the podcast in which we celebrate and discuss the film Raiders of the Lost Ark 1 minute at a time. I'm Tom Taylor from IamTomTaylor.com.
I'm Pete from PeteRemembers.com.
I'm Jerry from Hazelshould.com.
And I'm Scott Rosann, presently from the Indiana Jones Minute.
Very nice. Welcome back, Scott.
Thank you.
You're looking
It's good to be here.
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning after coming back.
I got some rest.
Good.
I slept in the boathouse.
Very nice. We had it all made up for you. We are
I know.
here
Wait, they let you sleep in the boathouse?
Pete, no, it's okay. We just, it wasn't ready last time.
I don't know about let.
Minute
Gotta know
38.
somebody.
Minute 38 begins with Barranca meeting up with some Germans, and it ends with some shadowy men in a shadowy passageway. And we saw the monkey. We've seen the monkey a couple times already. We saw him running over to Barranca at the very end of the last minute. I just need someone, and Jerry, you touched on this. Somebody explain the monkey to me. Like, what is the, like, who's the monkey? We can tell now the monkey is not, like, Marion's friend. He's not just some random monkey. He's, like, been keeping tabs on at least Marion or something. Like, what is the plan? What is... And now the guy is, like, talking to Germans, and, like, is the
Right,
monkey...
who booked the monkey?
Yeah, who booked the monkey, and to what ends? Like, is it just to, like, follow Indy and Marion? Like, is that
Right.
the best way they could do that, is with a monkey?
But I'll give it to him. You're not expecting the monkey, and in that sense, it does work. I mean, it's not a wholehearted endorsement of using the monkey. But they don't. To some extent, he may work. You know, he may work. Nobody suspects the monkey.
Okay, but the monkey runs over to Barranca, and Barranca already knows where Indy and Marion are. He's like a block away from them, and he's kind of got an eye on them.
Well, wait a minute, doesn't he? He runs into the town square and he goes, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
whoa.
he does do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so he doesn't fully.
Okay.
He doesn't fully. It's
That's
like
a good point.
It's like a homing monkey.
But he's telling the German guys, "Hey, over there!" You know, like he's pointing out to them. Which, by the way, do
Right.
either of those? There's those two Germans and there's Barranca. Are any of them speaking the same language? Do they have a common language between them at all? Because it seems like he's just like pointing and saying words in his language, and they're
Yep.
Sieg Heiling and saying stuff in German, and that's all they need. Like they don't they don't need like the details, which is another like sort of hey.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Barranca first walks into I guess the bar, right? It's the bar.
Yeah.
He walks into the bar and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You get these two, well dressed, sort of bouncers, and they come up and they're like, hey, hold up, hold up, and you're like, well, where was he going? Where was he going?
It sounds like Barranca is speaking German. It sounds like he goes, "Ist da!" Like, it's that guy back there.
Oh, really?
It could be
But who is it? I mean,
In Russian?
in German.
the well-groomed Nazis, like what they both grab his arms, like ho 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 ho, not this bar, buddy.
That's true. They do stop him. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
and you're just kind of like, well, what are they stopping him from? Do they not know who he is, or they're like,
No.
what's the information?
They're
Obviously
looking-
they know who he is. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, why do they stop him in the way they do? And the guy's like, hey, hold up, it's me with the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the gatekeepers for Belloc. They're like they're like those red guards on the Death Star.
Maybe.
It's true. That's very true.
It is weird though. It's like, well, we can get into it in another minute, but it just seems like, it is weird that like Barranca's running through and they stop. Like he's not like trying to keep something from those guys. He's actually like, it seems like he's honorably working for them and keeping up his end of the thing.
Right.
But they stop him as though he's trying to get away with something, and he's acting kind of like sheepish and like, oh no, they're over there. It's cool. I'm with you guys, right? Like, it's like there's a subplot where he's like a weaselly, untrustworthy dude that they cut out or something.
Right.
Well, and then he does the Sieg Heil, and of course they go, yes, right, Heil Hitler. And then the monkey famously goes, Heil Hitler. And of course, that's one of the best little scenes. The well-groomed German gives him the Sieg Heil back. And
But like really, really self-consciously.
yeah.
It is a great take that guy does too.
Yeah.
It's terrific. He does the thing, and then he kind of looks around to see, did anyone just see me do that? Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
shouldn't have done
But it's
that.
not like it's not a total like, huh? Like, oh, the monkey just Sieg Heiled me. What is this? And they like takes the bottle of gin out of his
We
jacket
share
and says,
political
and
beliefs."
tosses it. I'm gonna sign this monkey up.
You're getting close to the monkey voice there too, Tom.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just say you
That's
guys just
true.
dropped a bomb on me between episodes.
Let's talk about that.
About
Is this going to make me sad? I believe it's a monkey and a monkey talking.
Yes, this monkey, which happens to have a ton of lines, this monkey is not only speaking, but he's speaking more than some of the titled characters in the movie do. He easily has more lines than Ronald Lacey does. This voice, this monkey, chattering monkey sound, and everything that it does up to and including Sieg Heil is handled by the veteran cartoon voice actor Frank Welker, who was an actor, did many parts on Scooby-Doo. He was the voice of Jabberjaw. He was Dino Mutt. He did this bit again in Aladdin as the little monkey in Aladdin, Naboo. And best of all, Santa's Little Helper on The Simpsons.
oh my god.
Frank Welker.
Wow.
All that in this little monkey.
I have a lot to say about this because A, that's amazing. I never knew that before. B, I just saw Frank Welker in a movie like as a human the other night. It was the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes starring Kurt Russell. He's just like some 60s college student. And but it's also bizarre if you listen to the monkey, like couldn't they have just used monkey sounds that like exist in the world? Like why do they have to get it's not like he's doing like humanish kind of animal voices or something. Not really.
It's surprisingly
though.
expressive.
He kind of goes squeak
It's
squeak.
very expressive. Yeah.
He
don't know.
sort of says Sieg Heil.
Yeah, that seemed pretty clear.
I don't know.
I mean, now Scott's
I think he
gonna
speaks.
tell
He
us
speaks
if he
better
can
than
read
the
his
German
lips.
spies do.
Yeah.
He overdubbed that
Right,
line
you
for
can very
Sala.
clearly see. Right,
Wow,
the
well, that's
monkey
pretty
lip
amazing.
flap is really something in this movie. No, it's a great turn. And like I said, he's just in it a ton. Like this monkey is not only a super memorable role, but he just has he has a lot of business in this movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
And
Good monkey.
it's kind of amazing that you can have a monkey in a movie doing, kind of cute, funny stuff, and he's not a total pain in the ass. He's not like we as, Jar Jar browbeaten, fans of
Right.
movies. We don't see him as like an Ewok or as like, some total drag on the movie there to like put in some stupid laughs. Like he works. He's like a good monkey character.
Absolutely. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I was really curious how they trained the monkey to do the Sieg Heil salute.
They indoctrinated him.
It's a trick. The Sieg Heil was done. Someone held a grape on like a piece of fishing wire, and they held it right out of frame. And the monkey reaches for the grape, and they shot it like 30 times. Eventually, one of them looked like a Sieg Heil.
Stupid
Wow.
monkey.
The lush.
Did he ever get the grape? Do we know?
No. You know how they do in Hollywood.
Yeah. Showbiz is a killer, monkey.
They just run off. No grape.
Yeah.
I have a question. I love these entire
I'm
minutes
sorry. Go
with
ahead.
these guys. They're great, but it's like a special breed of Nazi that shows up, and then just poof, they're gone.
Yeah,
You have these
that's a
like
really good point.
two well-groomed, beautifully hatted white dress, like right out of the Banana Republic thing, smoking a cigarette, Nazis, and you're like, oh, and then they're sort of slowly sauntering straight out Duran Duran video, like, and they walk in and they're like, no words, you know what I mean? And you're like, what? And then that style of Nazi never shows up ever again.
That's true.
No, it's true.
Yeah, they're all military.
It's true. They're just for this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and
like they
that
had,
goes for that's also true of the assassins that'll turn up a little bit later, who are wearing the sort of white robe with a black.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we see them
if
in
it's
this
a hijab, if a man is wearing it, but it's a black head covering, and they only appear here as well. The sort of in the same manner as the red Death Star guards.
Yeah.
Very distinctive and very short-lived for the movie.
Well, do you think they work for the Nazis, or do you think they're all hired by Belloc?
Well, Belloc works for the Nazis, so it's all kind of the same thing, isn't it?
I get a sense this is, I think that this is tote engineering all this, or Colonel Dietrich. They're bankrolling this whole thing.
And what is what do you think is the actual they have what they think is all the information they need to find I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but why do they need to get rid of Indiana Jones? Or why are they chasing him down, or why are they trying to get him? Like, I know it's like because he's the good guy, or maybe just to keep him out of their hair or something. Like, do they just think he's going to be an interfering presence and get in their way, or what?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I think this is an assassin squad.
Yeah, but I think we should save this for an Assassin Squad minute.
All right. I guess we're only sort of building up to it. You're right. Do you think... I
had another...
Oh, go ahead.
Before we leave the bar, real quick. The little scene with Sieg Heil is very similar to a scene in a movie we all love, where someone rats rats to the costumed authorities about, the people they're going that way, and it's because this little scene was directed by George Lucas. Second unit bit. It was probably done at the studio back when after they had left Tunisia, and he stepped in and did it. And good stuff.
That's awesome. I thought you were going to say
I like it too. It has its own flavor. Yeah.
Yeah. It actually does.
That's one explanation. We've got a working theory. I have a working theory here that the Indiana Jones movies are Han Solo's fever dream while he's encased in carbonite, and I think that you get evidence point number 23 there for that.
Nice. That he's actually like what? That he's dreaming of the cantina here, you think?
It's the cantina. It's Mos Eisley kind of intruding on his dream.
With little ratty, questionable people. I get it. Yeah, that goes in the book. Towards the end of this minute, there's something that I never noticed before, and I can't believe I missed it. Marion fully spits at some guy on the street. Did you see that?
No.
100% spits on him.
No, she
aims
does,
for him and spits at him, and he reacts.
Well, she spits out the date pit.
At a guy. At a guy's face.
Spits out the pit.
She's just spitting out the date pit.
That may have been her intention, but she nails a guy.
Well, she's colorful and passionate.
Well, then she gets him with the waving off the smell too. She does this weird.
You stink. You deserve that.
Clearly, she's swatting a fly or something, but it's like I spit at you and you stink. Yeah,
right. You deserve whatever I spit at you. Hey, wait, I'm watching her right now. She's walking along. She aims for the guy. And he looks back at her, and she's like, "Yeah, whatever. You smell." I still love her. I'm not saying anything against her. I'm just saying it was a different time.
That almost distracts from the fact that Indy in that moment looks like he's carrying some sort of an electric mixer or a trombone. I can't tell which.
He's the Will
It's
Rowe
like, I
Hood of
picked
this
up a
movie.
flugelhorn. I don't know what it is. I'm looking at it back and forth. I cannot make it out. But it's something that seems to be metallic or plastic in his arms with the 2 bags of dates.
So
it's a date. You insult people with them.
You spit them at people. She totally misunderstood the use of dates.
Well, because she didn't have it explained to her.
Yeah.
Actually, going back just 1 second.
Oh, sure.
I don't know if you guys love the shot that precedes that as much as I do. This beautiful shot that starts looking over the square over one of our beautifully beheaded Nazis, and then follows him in, dollies back with him into total shadow, and then his senior, sort of his superior officer comes in behind him, and they're smoking cigarettes and nodding at assassins, and it's gorgeous. It's this amazing shot. And the best thing about it is, and again, something that would not happen now, is that it falls into almost total blackness. And if this were done today, like every one of those assassins would have a little special kick light on them to highlight them, and there'd be meaningful looks, and there'd be lots of like, you got it? Yeah, I got it. Oh, I totally got it. They would linger on that for a good several seconds. And in this, it just breezes right through. They do the motion and they're done. Yeah. It's great. It's the editing in this, this whole stretch of minutes actually is just glorious.
Yeah, the only thing that's slightly odd about that, I mean, it's not. I mean, I agree completely. It looks awesome. It stands out. It's like, it's almost from another movie in a way, but it's very cool. And then at the end of this minute, almost that same image is like replayed again. Like those guys show up at the end of, is that German guy with the hat, flanked by the cloaked guys at the end of like this long dark tunnel thing, and it's almost the same thing again. And you're almost like, well, the guy was in the room and he gave the nod, sort of like, okay, yeah, go, Thunderbirds are go, and then but then he's still with them, like he's gonna tell them to go again, or like like what part of my head nod did you not understand? On 3. Yeah, right.
We also get our second.
1, 2, 3, we go.
We also got our second shot of great pants. I've always loved this German guy. He's got kind of the high water pants with the waist kind of up around his chest.
Yeah,
true. It's true. He's got the sort of Howard Hughes style pants. That's really something.
It is. They knew what they were doing back then.
And at the end of this minute, it's like, well, we get some of our assassins coming in, sort of camera right. They haven't done the full Magnificent Seven tableau that they're about to do. But it's right. We got some guys coming from the right. Who's going to come in from the left? We don't know. Oh, who's over there? Is it Baloche? Could be Baloche.
Well, if you want to come back tomorrow, you can find out who these guys are. If that's cool with you. Do you want to come back, Scott, tomorrow?
Oh, you're talking...
Sure.
To me?
I was talking to the audience at large, but
I would like to, if I may, return tomorrow.
We would love it.
Thanks, guys.
Pete, while people are waiting for the Earth to roll around the sun one more time to find out what happens next time, where can they get in touch with us?
Come check us out at IndianaJonesMinute.com and let us know what you think of pants.
And come back tomorrow for minute, 39? Yeah, minute 39 of Raiders of the Lost Ark here on the Indiana Jones Minute. We're not all going to yell Sieg Heil, are we? We shouldn't do that.
The monkey has a widow's peak. It's like like a serious widow's peak. I mean, he's covered in fur, so I guess it doesn't. But if you look at the picture, he's got a widow's peak.